Russian President Vladimir Putin has announced that Russia will not abandon the US dollar, even in the wake of Donald Trump's unexpected victory in the 2024 US presidential election. This declaration comes as a surprise to many, given the BRICS alliance's long-standing efforts to reduce their reliance on the American currency. Is Putin's dollar stand strategic or a sign of US currency hegemony? Chapter 1. Understanding Putin's announcement. During a recent interview, Putin clarified Russia's stance on the United States dollar. He emphasized that while Russia is simply refusing to use the dollar as a settlement tool, it does not mean they are completely abandoning it. This distinction is crucial. The Russian president acknowledged that the dollar has long served as a pillar of United States power, but he also pointed out that the United States is undermining its influence in this regard. By recognizing these dynamics, Putin suggests a pragmatic approach to international finance, one that acknowledges the dollar's status while preparing for a changing global economy. Putin elaborated on trends surrounding dollar usage, noting that payments in dollars are gradually decreasing. He stated, "As a means of savings, it's going down step by step." This observation indicates that while Russia is not actively seeking to eliminate the dollar from its economy, undeniable shifts are occurring in global financial practices. The BRICS alliance has been pursuing de-dollarization strategies for years, and this latest announcement from Putin raises questions about how these efforts will evolve moving forward. Chapter 2. The role of BRICS in global finance. The BRICS nations have been vocal about their desire to reduce dependence on the United States dollar in international trade. Over recent years, they have initiated various strategies aimed at promoting local currencies and alternative payment systems. For example, China has been pushing for greater use of the renminbi in trade agreements with its partners. Similarly, Russia has sought to increase trade with countries like India and Brazil, using their local currencies, instead of relying on the dollar. Even with ongoing initiatives within BRICS to promote local currencies and alternative payment systems, Putin emphasized that their proposals are not specifically aimed against the dollar. He remarked, "Our proposals are not aimed against the dollar. This is simply us rising to the challenge of modern times." This statement reflects a broader strategy among BRICS nations to adapt to changing economic realities rather than directly challenging the dominance of the US dollar. One of the key initiatives discussed at recent BRICS summits is developing a unified payment system. Putin revealed they're working on creating this system rooted in existing payment infrastructures of member countries. The goal is to enhance financial autonomy within BRICS and potentially challenge Western financial hegemony. However, it's important to note that this new payment system is not intended to completely replace the United States dollar. Rather, it aims to provide alternative options for international transactions. Chapter 3. Implications of Trump's victory. The implications of Trump's victory extend beyond Russia and BRICS. They resonate throughout global economic relations. Earlier in the year, Trump hinted at possibly lifting sanctions and encouraging renewed use of the dollar again. This stance could ease tensions between the United States and BRICS nations, particularly with Russia. Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping have expressed their willingness to engage in dialogue with Trump. This openness suggests there might be room for negotiation and potential cooperation between BRICS and the United States under leadership. Following Trump's victory, global financial markets reacted swiftly. United States stock indexes reached new historical highs, and the dollar strengthened significantly. However, European markets exhibited less optimism due to concerns about potential increases in tensions with the United States. Chapter 4. Economic consequences. Experts predict that Trump's policies may accelerate trends of deglobalization. Such changes could lead to a slowdown in global economic growth and a decline in demand for raw materials, outcomes that would negatively impact Russia's budget and ruble exchange rate. Different sectors will feel varying impacts from Trump's presidency. Energy and industrial sectors benefit from policies traditionally supporting business and tax cuts. While renewable energy companies may face challenges under his administration. Even with potential improvements in dialogue with Trump at the helm, experts caution against expecting significant changes in United States economic policy toward Russia. Marina Amerskaya from Russia's Financial University believes that while there may be hopes for lifted sanctions, meaningful changes are unlikely given the historical context of United States-Russia relations. Konstantin Kostin from the Foundation for Development of Civil Society predicts that, over the next 4 years, the United States will become tougher and more calculating. He advises Russia to prepare for both constructive cooperation and potential further tensions. Chapter 5: A Platform for Discussion. At a recent BRICS summit held in Kazan, leaders discussed various global issues, including ongoing conflicts such as Ukraine. Putin welcomed Trump's comments on ending this conflict, but cautioned that any peace agreement must acknowledge Russia's control over significant portions of Ukrainian territory. The summit was attended by leaders from 36 nations, including Xi Jinping and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It highlighted the failures of the United States and led to attempts to isolate Russia over its actions in Ukraine. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres made his first visit to Russia in over 2 years during this summit, advocating for a just peace consistent with international law regarding Ukraine. However, this visit faced criticism from some quarters, including Russian opposition leader Yulia Navalnaya, who accused Guterres of legitimizing Putin's actions. The summit also addressed broader global issues, such as conflicts in the Middle East, where leaders called for an end to Israel's military actions in Lebanon and Gaza. Chapter 6: Symbolic Moves. In a symbolic move underscoring BRICS' ambition to challenge United States dollar dominance, Russia unveiled a symbolic BRICS banknote at this summit, which sparked further debate about future monetary systems. This gesture represents more than just currency. It symbolizes BRICS' aspirations to create a more multipolar financial world where reliance on any single currency, especially the United States dollar, is diminished. Trump's victory has raised concerns among some BRICS allies, particularly South Africa. Experts warn that a negative stance from Trump against certain BRICS-associated countries could strain diplomatic relations globally. The geopolitical landscape is shifting rapidly, and countries within BRICS must navigate these changes carefully to maintain stability within their alliances. Chapter 7: What does it all mean? Putin's decision not to completely abandon the United States dollar reflects a pragmatic approach amidst shifting global dynamics. This move reaffirms BRICS' commitment to developing alternative financial systems. As these developments unfold alongside Trump's presidency and ongoing geopolitical tensions, discussions surrounding currency usage will remain central to international economic relations. The intricate interplay between these factors will shape how nations navigate their financial futures. This is occurring within an increasingly multipolar world order, where traditional power structures are continually being challenged. As Putin stated regarding Russia's approach, "We are rising to meet modern challenges." This indicates an adaptive strategy aimed at maintaining relevance amid evolving global circumstances while acknowledging existing financial frameworks like those surrounding the United States dollar. Chapter 8: Global Reactions. The announcement has elicited various reactions globally. Economists and analysts have weighed in on what this could mean for international trade dynamics moving forward. Some view it as an opportunity for other currencies, like the euro or yuan, zrenia, to gain traction as alternatives to the dollar in global markets. Others caution against overestimating these possibilities, given how entrenched the dollar remains as a dominant currency worldwide. Reactions from Western nations have also been notable. Some officials have expressed concern over what they perceive as an attempt by BRICS countries to undermine Western economic influence. They see this as occurring through collaborative efforts aimed at reducing dependency on traditional financial systems dominated by Western powers. Chapter 9: The Future of De-dollarization. As we look ahead at these developments involving the BRICS relationship with the United States dollar under Trump's administration and beyond, we're witnessing pivotal moments shaping future economic landscapes globally. The push towards de-dollarization isn't just about replacing one currency with another, it encompasses broader shifts toward creating more resilient economies. These economies must be capable of weathering external shocks without relying heavily on any single foreign currency or market system dominated by geopolitical interests. Countries within BRICS may continue exploring ways to strengthen ties among themselves. They may also reach out strategically to other emerging economies, seeking similar paths away from conventional reliance upon established powers, like those represented by the Washington District of Columbia, London, or Brussels. Chapter 10: Trade Agreements and Local Currencies. Considering these discussions around currency use within international trade agreements between member states, especially among those participating actively within organizations such as the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or Southern Common Market, it seems likely we'll see increased emphasis placed upon utilizing local currencies whenever feasible going forward. This is rather than defaulting back into dollars whenever possible. This shift could have profound implications for how businesses operate across borders and how governments negotiate deals. This impacts everything from tariffs imposed upon imported goods down to regulations governing foreign investments made into domestic industries and critical infrastructure projects. Chapter 11: Economic Policies Shaping Future Trade. Policymakers must consider how domestic economic policies impact international relationships. This is particularly important when negotiating favorable terms and agreements. The goal should be ensuring mutual benefit for all parties involved rather than favoring one group over another. We must avoid disproportionately benefiting a few elites while leaving the majority struggling to make ends meet. This requires careful consideration and balancing of competing interests and priorities. We should aim for equitable distribution of resources and opportunities for everyone, regardless of background or socioeconomic status. Ultimately, we need to foster an environment that encourages collaboration, innovation, and shared prosperity across the board. This approach is preferable to perpetuating cycles of inequality, division, and conflict seen throughout human history. Chapter 12: Prospects for Global Finance. Looking ahead, we can anticipate continued evolution in the global finance landscape. This will be driven by shifts in geopolitical frameworks, emerging technologies, changing consumer preferences, and evolving societal norms. Expectations surrounding fairness, equity, sustainability, and environmental responsibility will influence decisions made by businesses and governments. We are moving into uncharted territories, filled with both challenges and opportunities. As we navigate these turbulent waters together, we must remain vigilant and mindful of changes taking place. We need to recognize the interconnectedness of our fates. Our choices today, tomorrow, and in the coming weeks, months, and years will ultimately shape the lives of future generations. Let's make these decisions wisely, considering their long-term impacts. What do you think about Russia's decision to stick with the US dollar after Trump's victory? Will this impact the future of BRICS and global finance? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so make sure to comment below. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights into global economic trends and geopolitical developments. Thanks for watching.